Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So, dear Dharma friends, so you can develop the loving kindness meditation and as a primary mental object and visualizing yourself to think, may all living beings be well and happy. And the thing is, when you visualizing in the moment with the light, in that very moment in your heart, there is no greed, hatred, anger, jealousy, delusion, like that thoughts. So another thing is your capacity, the capacity of your heart going to become more stronger and larger. So in day-to-day life, mostly we are very limited people. We are very limited to sometimes for people, there are few ways. Sometimes we are very limited to our heart, that called self-centered person, egocentric person. Even they have a husband, wife, children, friends and family members, village, country, world, they don't think about that anything. The most important person is her or him for that person. And whatever they do, they always keep the first priority for them, self-centered mind. And one way it called in Sanskrit, Chittakasa, living in their own space, their own heart. They do things for others, but thinking they are the most important. So you come out of that when you do this loving kindness meditation, when you expand your capacity. Another thing is there are some people very limited to family, and they do everything only for their family. Their boundary line, their world is their family. They are generous, they are so kind only for their family. They are good people only for their family. They don't think anything else beyond their family life. They like to give, but they need the family relationships. Otherwise, they don't give. They like to do good things. They need the kind of certain relationships. So it called Gatakasa. So when you practice this loving kindness meditation, you come out of that limit. And there are some people live in the society, the whatever day-to-day life they see, that become their life. The school they went, the friends they used to associate, the place they work, and that's become for them, that is the best. And they like to give, and always they give only for their school. They like to give, only they give for their people. They like to do good things only for kind of relationship, whatever they have with their friends. They like to go and practice meditation only their temple. And they like to give dana only their monks. So they become like that. They become very limited to whatever the place they become comfortable. Nothing wrong with it, because somehow you practice something good. But the thing is, deeply, you become you don't see deeply that you become very limited person to only that point. And then slowly you develop attachment to only that point. But when it comes to Vishwakasa, around the universe, the sea, you open your heart forward, how far you go. It's not go according to the gravity in this ground. You go straight forward, 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 as far as you can. And there's no end. So you expand to that level, your heart. See, you used to think stuck in your heart with yourself and maybe with your family, and maybe you used to think about your own people, your own country, and maybe you start to think about only this world. But this way you become a universal being. See how your heart going to open. In that very moment, no greed, hatred, delusion, jealousy, anger, stingy thoughts. So you become open. And then you take to other direction behind you. And then you go that way as far as you can. And it open your heart. In that very moment, maybe 1 minute, 2 minutes, no greed, hatred, delusion. And then step by step go to 6 directions. And when you open your heart to that level, in that very moment, there's no greed, hatred, or the delusion regarding that any direction, regarding any living beings. See how you become purified. So with the intention, when you do it, moment by moment, moment by moment, in a certain level, you exactly get into that point. And then you're not going to get disturbed out of anything. It's kind of like a tranquility state. And then you can go into the first absorption, second absorption, third absorption, like that. You can go deeper, deeper, deeper into it with the high mental powers. So that is one of the great meditation practice that if you can do. And then when you keep mastering the technique little by little, little by little, what is happening? Right away, when you have any opportunity, 1 minute, then you to all 6 directions, suddenly you can visualize and send the loving kindness meditation. So then whenever you have opportunity, wherever you go, if you have any freedom, suddenly you go there, then it become a safe place for you. Then it become a nimitta. And then it become a kamatahana. Kamatahana means what? Working place. And so suddenly, maybe others watching TV, and then you close your eyes. Then everybody asks, what you doing? Because others watching TV, that is their kamatahana. That is what they doing. But how about you now? You suddenly close your eyes, this entire universe, all 6 directions, you thinking, may all living beings be well and happy. So in this moment, you work with that. And when you have time, opportunity, when you go to sleep, 1 minute, you suddenly come and all to 6 directions, you visualize. So when you're doing it again and again and again, it take maybe 1 second. You can catch this entire universe. And you can go beyond that, little by little. And you will experience how big the universe. And then your heart become stronger and stronger and stronger, stronger, stronger. And your mental capacity become bigger, bigger, bigger. And then in day-to-day life, what is happening? When somebody says something, you not become a very narrow-minded. So that is the benefit out of this meditation. You not become narrow-minded person. You don't see one side of the incident. As examples, the maybe child come and tell, mother, father, my friend blamed to me. When you hear that, look, this is what happening. This is the science behind it, psychology. So if you had the Chittakasa, then you are more centered to you, and maybe then you not put that much attention to that. But how about if you are the Gatakasa person? That means you are put all the priorities to your family. You do everything for your family. And you know there are people kill for their family. There are people kill others, killing others for their friends or the whatever they love, their country, their school, their village, their workplace. They kill others. See, that is the most improbable thing that you can go to highest level when it comes to bodily, mentally, verbally action. So how you get into that level? Because when you become very narrow-minded, that is the danger happen. So then now you are Gataka as a person. That means you are so attached to family, and then suddenly your daughter or the son come and tell, "Oh, my friend told this. Oh, this happened that way, that way." Then what happened to you? Because you don't see the other person. You are blinded with the love that you carried to only the family. Then suddenly you blow out. You get mad, angry, disappointed regarding other. But you didn't see what happened. Because children don't have idea to recognize what is right, what is wrong. Always when they get hurt, then when they feel bad, they think they are everything bad. Even regarding the mother also the same. And they whatever you cook with the love and compassion, and they see when you try to feed them, they're not going to eat. They don't understand you doing right thing. So then how about when somebody did something, how they when they come and tell, how you decide according to their word it is right or wrong, because they got hurt. That doesn't mean maybe your child have done something wrong and he got hurt, and now he come and complain, she come and complain. Maybe they don't understand they did something wrong. But when you have the when you have the open mind, you don't become disappointed suddenly. You don't go to quick actions. You don't jump suddenly. You don't get mad suddenly, even regarding anything, regarding husband, wife, children, friends, and family members. This, see, it's in day-to-day life. It is not a big, theory. In day-to-day life, with the little things, what you love and can hurt you, even your husband, wife, certainly. And maybe that sometimes there is a call come suddenly, maybe text come to your husband or the wife in the middle of the night. Maybe you get disturbed and you get, what is that? So this happen. And people come and always, in day-to-day life, we try to deal with people, this thing. This happen in day-to-day life. But when you have when you have your open mind, you start to recognize that deeply the other side also. There are the more things around us. And you're not going to get panic. You're not going to get disappointed. You're not going to get hit suddenly. You become calm, relaxed. And you see more openly. That is the beauty with that meditation. It is just not just closing eyes and thinking, oh, may all living beings be well. No, there is something. So that's why then suddenly, whenever you have time and you can practice. There are some people, it's like people have habits, some people, when they see 11, time, and 12, 8, 8, 6, 6. So people, when they see suddenly, and they think, oh, this is a kind of moment I can have a good wish, and they wish something, suddenly closing your eyes. See, now you can practice. Look at the clock, and if the time is 11, may all living beings be well and happy. Your working place, your kamatahan. Now you working. And when somebody come and blame to you, or maybe you get disturbed, right away you can go into that. May all livings be well and happy. Things going to be different. And you get pain or difficulty, and you get, may all living beings be well and happy. And you master the technique little by little. Then 1 second, even 1 millisecond, you can get and you can visualize regarding, may all livings be well and happy. And you master it. Every day you practice, you work with it whenever you have time. So then imagine, suddenly you get into a moment, say that you're going to die. One single, your last thought going to decide your next life. So then, in that very moment, if you master this technique, and suddenly then you able to recognize your mind, and if your last thought become, may all living beings be well and happy to all 6 directions. With that last thought, if you die, what will happen to you? You become a Maha Brahman. You become the God, or you become the guardian angel to entire this universe. Why? Because that is what they have. That is the quality they have. So that is the technique then yourself. If you look for the heaven, just praying doesn't work. Start to practice this. If you're going to a higher existence better than this, and start to work with the loving kindness. In this way, this is the technique, and little by little, go to 6 directions. Even forget about the relationships. Go all living beings. No any divisions. And always have that. When you think about be well and happy, in that include the loving kindness, compassion, empathetic joy, and the equanimity. That 4 qualities. And then you will see whatever the thought come with that quality, and whatever the difficulties come in this entire universe anywhere, there's nothing going to go against for that power. It always, that is the power going to transform every situation to better. So in the Vipassana, we develop the wisdom. Another thing is, you have to remember, you have to develop that side, this loving kindness also. So these both pillars in Buddhism, we talk about these both pillars, and you have to build these both pillars, not only loving kindness and not only the Vipassana. So try to develop this both. And that's why in every day when we practice the meditation, and we go with it. So through the Vipassana, you can attain to the enlightenment, that means Nibbana, completely shut down the journey. But through this, you get into a higher place. And in case, if you have to go in this journey, in the samsaric journey, so then always you go to a higher place, go to a higher place, go to a higher place. So that is how your this path can balance yourself. Even in day-to-day life, forget about after death you go to a higher place. In day-to-day life, when you develop this loving kindness meditation, and it bring the peace, harmony, tranquility state to yourself, and it take you out from the pain, anxiety, depression, fear, unsatisfaction, and also that not only you, and sometimes we have the fear regarding ourselves. Listen this very carefully. We have the fear regarding sometimes ourselves or maybe regarding the future. Do you know how many people sometimes, even how many animals, how many things, even the trees, and sometimes afraid for human. How you know that you are that kind of person? When you are come closer to trees, they know, oh, this person going to break my branch. Oh, this person try to fix something. How you know? Because there are some people, they have behavior. It's like monkeys. When they go close to a tree, they nothing to do with that. They just need to break a branch. They break leaves and keep talking. And even go high, they want to pick even wild flowers. They're not nothing to do. Then they break it to parts and throw it away. That like that. There are a lot of people. They always, when they see something beautiful, they jump it to and break it. They cannot appreciate it. So how you know you are like that person? How you know when you go to certain places, when other people see you, they have the fear inside. How you know your husband, wife, then when they see you, they afraid deeply inside regarding you. How you know your children, and even the parents, when they see their children, sometimes they have fear. They're afraid for their children. And sometimes the children afraid for their parents. How you know? So when you practice the loving kindness and meditation, remember, it is just not only the fear that take out from you. The other people around you feel more comfortable with you. Not only people, this because we're talking about all living beings. Other all living beings start to feel the comfort when they see you. They feel that connection. And even the nature, when you are around that nature feel you. But today look at our human beings. And if the human beings see a beautiful tree, very next day they cut it. When they see a wild animal, the next day they kill them. They hunt it. If they see beautiful flower, they destroy it. And if they see a beautiful tusker, they kill the animal and take the tusk. And if they see beautiful skin animal, and they kill the animal and take the skin. And even the teeth, tiger teeth like that, animal, bears, and when they want a teeth, they kill the animal and take. And in pharmaceutical industry, there are a lot of animals, people kill them and they make capsules and to develop the vitality. And people have this ugly, the animal behavior. It is just not only in meditation, we talk about monkey mind. We are like wild tigers, that is see that, the sexual, emotional, this high, what is that tablet called? There's Viagra. What is that? From where it come? People are like that. So that's why the loving kindness meditation, take that everything clean that. It's just not only because just the wisdom cannot deal with. Look at the world, how much the wisdom we have. Why we cannot get into any success? Why we cannot get into any peace? Why we cannot get into any comfort in the world? Because even the wisdom arise, no compassion we develop. We become wild, wild, wild. So then it becomes so dangerous. Why? Because the wisdom, and sometimes we abuse to destroy ourselves, destroy the around us. But when you practice loving kindness, when you have the one single thought, even for a 1 second for a day, that's enough. It has power to heal entire your body. The most of the, you remember that most of the anger and the depression create a lot of disease nowadays. See that when you go to doctors, they say it is very rare disease, and maybe like out of 1 million, 1 person get a disease, and maybe there is no name for that thing. Why this happen mostly? One reason is the anger we develop, unhappiness, unsatisfactory nature. It create trillions biochemical families. So then some, maybe one thing, it like virus, one thing can hit you and kill you, and it going to bring some kind of disease. So then remember, this is something that you can do yourself. When you think about may all living beings be well and happy, one single thought, one moment has power to clean that all the disease from you. But having idea doesn't work. You have to start to work with it. And the most beautiful thing, in case if you can die with that thought, remember, you never going to love existence. You see, that is the most beautiful, safe thing that you can do to yourself until you attain to the enlightenment. Always you're going to go to a better place. So then how we know the way we're going to die someday, what will happen to us? See, mostly when people die, what they have? They have the pain, they cry, they have the fear holding everything. And sometimes, and when people die, we go to them, and they, because no any family members want to give their hands. And sometimes we go and pray, and I give sometimes my hand, and I feel the pressure, the fear. They don't want to go, and they hold tight, 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 and the crutch. Why? Because they don't practice anything. They don't have anything inside empty. But if you able to practice every day yourself, when one single thought, when you feel disappointed, unhappy, lonely, sad, worry, when you feel like you are lost, that everything goes on, just think, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Then you will see, in that lonely feeling, in the middle of that, like a thunderstorm, the entire universe be around you. That is power. See that you know the during Buddha's time, wild animal came, and some people sent the wild animal to attack Buddha. And the many ways that some people try to kill the Buddha. But it is not a magic. That is what you have to understand. It is not a magic. You also have the same thing. It is not only the Buddha. You also have the same thing. So this is one of the best defensive way to live, that defensive technique to live, because you don't know what will happen. Look at this virus. We don't know from where it's going to come and catch us. And in the beginning it told it's a nose and the mouth, and they're now telling it is can come through eyes also. And then the next day will tell it going to come through your ears. So it's like that. But still, If you able to practice thinking, may all living beings be well and happy, no any harm going to come to you. That doesn't mean you're going to go beyond the worldly nature. Of course we go with the worldly nature, but in that worldly nature you're going to be very comfortable and very safe, and in that safety, in that comfort, mindfully you can have your life. And not only for you, that is the important thing that you have to understand. Not only for you, it become invisible blessings for others. When they see you, they feel more comfort. No any, even animals, even the trees, going to feel fear. They also feel like you hugging you. You feel kind of like a connection, protection. They feel around you the protection. The animals, the wild animals, they feel protection. How beautiful it is. So that's why. And getting to the kamatahana, that is one of the most powerful, strong kamatahana workplace that you can work in your mind, rather than dreaming and rather than in this la la land. Just get into that. Whenever you have free moment, may all living beings be well and happy. So try it, and with that, if you are able to combine with the vipassana and this loving kindness meditation, so then you balance the tranquility and the vipassana, that both, then the chitta bhavana and the vidarshana, both, and that will help for you in conventional life and eternal life. So with that, I bless upon everyone with this good practice. May all of you be well, happy and peaceful. May no harm come to you, may no difficulties come to you, may no problems come to you. May you also have the patience, courage, understanding and determination to meet and overcome inevitable difficulties in your life. During this time period, may everyone stay healthy and safe. And finally, may all of you attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sabbityo vajjantu sabbarogo vinasatu mate bhavatantarayo sukhi dikayuko bhava. Ittavata ca ammihi sampadang punya sampadang sabbe devanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe bhutanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe sattanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Idammi punya kammang asavakkaya vahang hotu sabba dukkha pamuncatu. Bless you.